One of the most potent tools that evil uses to seduce and convert is shame. When you come into a gathering of people that want to do something like a truth or dare, you are very likely to hear something like, "I hope everybody is mature here," inferring that if you don't want to do this next activity with us, then you are a kid, and calling on you to defend your ego and prove that you are not a child by staying. It's the shame play. And that's also why when you are offered something like drugs to abuse, the next thing you will hear is, "Are you not a man? Do this thing now. Stop behaving like a woman." It's the shame play. And so when, because of shame, you do not have a conversation about the reality of your situation with your children that are in the same situation with you, at least on a topical level, you open the door for others to have that same conversation with them, easily trigger their shame because they've seen that same shame in you too, and then woo them over to their side with the promise of that thing which you cannot provide and are too ashamed to even discuss. Why? You see, that we can't afford it. I know that that's not the reality you want to raise your kids in. Yes. And I also know that you are ashamed that you're not able to give them a better life right now. But it's not always going to be like that. And you also need to know that in the day that things will now become better, that better will be tasteless in your mouth if you have lost your kids to the way of compromise simply because they did not learn how to stay consistent with their heads held up high, pride full their chest, even in the middle of not having much. You have the responsibility to shape your children's perspective on what it means both to abound and to abase, and how to interact with these realities. You see, those your children, they see more than you know. And it is your responsibility to use wisdom to communicate some of the realities of this life to them as soon, as early as is necessary. You get my point, Abi? Don't mention no. We don't do that here.